What's up, board game people? It's already October and beginning of the spooky season. This is my absolute favorite time of the year, and we have some awesome campaigns launching this month that happen to be right on theme. Today we're going to run through what all is launching this month and what's caught my eye. I don't get any money for making my videos from game creators. I make them so we can all find the coolest and best games popping up in our corner of the hobby. If I get something wrong or we disagree about anything, let's chat in the comments. Up first is The Frozen Frontier, launching on Kickstarter on October 4th. Frozen Frontier is a strategic Euro-style game in which you and your fellow players are attempting to settle the planet of Janus, a frozen wasteland and humankind's last hope of survival. The game is played over 3 rounds, with the player obtaining the most victory points at the end winning. You'll build, collaborate, and gather resources to send back to Earth in a bid for survival. From the creators of Mind MGMT, Harrow County, the game of Gothic conflict will be launching on Kickstarter on October 4th. A witch named Hester was hung, burned, and buried under a tree. Years later, her family has come to Harrow County, bent on its destruction. What they didn't expect to find was 18-year-old Emmy with powers of her own. Harrow County is a 1v1 asymmetric combat game. Players will move their undead haints around the board to either destroy the county or rescue the townsfolk. A third faction to play is available in the form of Cammy, Emmy's twin sister who wants to rule over Harrow County. A third player can jump into the game as Hester, the witch who needs to eat other legends to win. All of this is supported by a cube tower built into the game box. We don't have to wait long to see the madness unfold. Also on October 4th, we'll see the launch of Heart of Ice on Gamefound. Heart of Ice is another solo RPG in a book with an emphasis on exploration. You play an explorer searching for a mysterious artifact in a dangerous, post-apocalyptic winter world. The game map is displayed on a scratch-off map that allows you to reveal each piece of your adventure as you go. 5 maps are included so your friends or family can play without ruining the secrets of the map. The writing is said to be superb, and the illustrations look wonderful. This should be a little something different to help break up a busy month. Wonderlands War is returning to Kickstarter on October 11th with a reprint and a new expansion in tow, the Shards of Madness. It all starts with a simple little tea party. A friendly little chat while you plot and scheme. Gather your forces to take Wonderland for your own, once and for all. But dear, when the tea and cakes run out, battle begins. The game is played through 3 rounds of tea and battle. At the end, the player with the most points will wear the crown of Wonderland. Do you have what it takes to plant the knife in the back? Can you twist hard? Which faction will you support? Decide quick, battle is coming again. On October 15th, we'll see one of my sleeper picks for the month launching on Kickstarter. Project EOS Rise is a 1-to-4 player cooperative space adventure where you and your friends will crew the starship EOS and search for the Paradise Planet before Earth meets an untimely demise and crumbles into a wasteland. The game employs worker placement, push your luck, and dice placement mechanics. The characters crewing the ship are asymmetric, all bringing something different to the table. The sandbox universe is randomized for each game with a roll for placement mechanic. And unpredictable events will keep you on your feet as you frantically search for clues as to the location of Paradise. I can't wait to learn more when this goes live later this month. The Hun hordes swept across Europe, forcing the Germanic tribes into exodus. The warriors looted and pillaged their way to the collapse of the empire. They founded kingdoms on former imperial lands, and they will fight to the death to defend them. Barbarian Kingdoms is an asymmetrical competitive strategy game in which you'll control a kingdom of your own and compete for total control over Western Europe. Battle begins on October 18th on Gamefound. The long-awaited Oathsworn Reprint is coming to Kickstarter on October 18th. Oathsworn is a cooperative narrative adventure game that combines RPG elements with rich storytelling, fully narrated via an app, and delivers exciting encounters and rich branching stories with decisions that actually matter. Oathsworn delivered on the original campaign this year and holds a well-earned 9.3 on BoardGameGeek. You can bet this game will be topping most top 10 lists for this year and likely years to come. It's exciting to see the gatekeeping being done away with and everyone getting a second shot at this wonderful adventure. All of the original campaign's goods will be available, with the possibility of some new add-ons as well. Making October 18th a wonderfully busy day, Destinies, the Witchwood expansion, will be launching on Gamefound. Long ago, a pact was made with the dwellers of the woods. Men must keep their villages and paths scattered like embers of light through the vast forest. What lies beyond belongs to the older masters, creatures of ancient magics. Despite the warnings, daring souls explore the woodland labyrinth in search of treasure, adventure, and its secrets. Destinies is a competitive, story-driven adventure game that is a well-done mix of app and board game. This new expansion will add a whole new land to explore and a whole new story to be told. Finally, on October 25th, The Queen's Dilemma will be launching on Kickstarter. The Queen's Dilemma is the sequel to The King's Dilemma, an interactive narrative legacy game. This new iteration uses the same card system to bring players into a new adventure set in the Kingdom of Ankist. Players will take control of regions on the kingdom map and manage them, gathering resources and constructing buildings and improvements. Tense voting sessions are still right at the center of the experience, but events in the kingdom will be more impactful, affecting regions and swaying votes. This seems to be a total evolution of the original, and a breath of fresh air for fans. We'll find out more towards the end of October. So that's it for the games I know firm dates on. Of course, the firm dates are subject to change too. Next are the honorable mentions that I don't have dates for, but I believe may launch this month as well. First up, SAS Rogue Regiment is a World War II stealth action game for 1 to 4 players. Players will take on the role of legendary operators of the Special Air Service to raise merry hell during the pivotal weeks following D-Day. They must ambush convoys, assassinate high-ranking officers, destroy supply dumps, and more against the Axis war machine. Stealth is the preferred method of completing your missions, but if the stealth meter fills, your enemies will sound the alarm and all hell will break loose. Next on this list is Warcrow Adventures from Corvus Valley. Warcrow Adventures is a fantasy co-op dungeon crawler for up to 4 players. The game combines tactical action with a deep narrative that will see your characters delving through Hawthorne Point in a bid to overcome its challenges. This is another app-driven adventure, and it's said to be short. The miniatures look amazing, and this could easily be a hit if handled well. We'll have to wait for launch to get more details. Last on the list is another game I'm excited to get more details on. The Adventures of Dex Dixon is a scenario-based strategy game set in a multi-spoked, interdimensional, noir, horror-filled world. Players will play as paranormal detectives in a world filled with monster crime bosses and vampire torch song singers. The art and atmosphere reminds me of Mansions of Madness, and the tactical gameplay has my interest piqued. This one will be one to keep an eye on when it hits crowdfunding. So that's October for us. I'm sure I've missed even more campaigns, so if you hear of something launching, be sure to let me know in the comments. We'll be back tomorrow with our weekly news video. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss a thing, as the next few weeks are going to get interesting leading up to our first giveaway. Thank you to everyone watching and commenting. Have a great night and play something fun.